Alright, so first thing I want to do is give the surface a nice light sanding. For this, I would use 120 grit sandpaper. You just need a little bit. You can also buy these sanding sponges. They work great for some things, but for something like this, I would typically want to use some 120 sandpaper. Now we're not going crazy here with the sanding. We're just giving the whole surface just a light sanding. Alright, now, this is pretty straightforward. Once you got a good amount on your roller sleeve, you just want to roll that on. Now you don't want a ton on the door, it's just a first coat of primer. So now that I have a nice first coat of primer, I'm going to let this dry for probably a couple hours. Oh, there's just a little imperfection there. I'm going to just let this dry for a couple hours, and then it will be ready for the first coat of the door and trim paint. Okay, so for your first coat of the door and trim white paint, you just follow the same technique as you did with the primer. You want to just put on a nice even coat over the full surface. I like to go from one end to the other. And with this, I'm going to give it a bit more time than I did the primer for the drying before I put on the second coat. Depends what kind of paint you use. Paint that I use, Seco paint. Typically, I leave it for 4 to 6 hours before I give it a recoat. You know, it's so hot right now, probably dry a little faster, but I'll still probably give it at least 4 hours before I'll give it the second coat. There, so that's nice and quick and easy, simple to do. Now we'll just let that have some time to dry before I apply the last coat.